playlist? Kevin. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, she'll know.
It is definitely Kevin's
Yeah, it
playlist.
is.
How about yourself? Busy?
Yeah, just got lots of games on at the minute, but hey, we all love it, don't we?
Yeah, no. There's a lot worse.
Are you come to the Feyenoord one as well later?
I'm not doing final now. I was, and then it's too late, so.
Yeah.
Because we work shifts, so I've been on since 9, so. Been on for 12 hours in final, so I'm actually scared.
I'm glad they're looking after you, mate. That's good to hear.
They're trying.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
Top man.
still coming back.
Did you go? Wow, fair play to you. That's a proper double header today. I'm proud of your work ethic. They were awful, weren't they? What sort of team? Well, just the same. Yeah, average.
Same players.
I hear it. Different system, that's both, don't it?
Yeah, but it's going to be difficult to get the system in place when you come in mid-season. You don't have as loads of midweek matches.
It's an ongoing clown show, that.
You can't be. Without even forced him to come in.
Wise words as always. Proper farce, isn't it? Easy baby.
maybe Friday, not sure.
But you're doing Bodø/Glimt as well?
Yeah, the big one.
This
one.
Watch out.
So we're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All good? Yep. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good? Are you sure? Yeah?
He gave it again. Is it? Okay. Your money times. Ah, Delilah. Come on, Dubs, you can sort it out. Go on, man, go on, go on. You've got it in you.
Memory's full, nonsense. I eat all these forwards as well, exclusive.
World exclusives, isn't it?
It's really full of disco girls.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're well. Normal process with mics on either side of the room, and we'll take a show of hands for questions. We'll take questions in English first, followed by any questions in Dutch afterwards. Someone would start? Simon?
Hi, Pep. Obviously, we've been asking the same kind of questions for a few games now. What are you working on, and what are you hoping to see tomorrow that's been different to the last few games?
Prepare the next game, what is Feyenoord, and try to beat them in the way we believe we can do it. I don't know another way. The same when we were able to win some games in a row, is thinking what's next, what do you have to do to beat them. It's the same.
I mean, you don't feel as though you need to fundamentally change anything within the team and the squad.
What should I change? What should I change?
Well, sometimes people react to losing.
If I should change in the first season and everyone asked to change, we will not win 7 Premier Leagues in 8 years. Impossible. Now I'm not going to change, although we believe the success we have and our big believers in the process and the fundamentals that we have to do. What you have to believe is that the players are injured, come back in the best form. The players that play a lot of minutes for the reason of injuries, some rest to come back, get one good result to change our mind, and believe completely deeply that when we are winning a lot, always I was thinking this too shall pass. And right now, this too shall pass too. So life, anything is eternal. So you're in a moment that we start to win again, that we were winning a lot of games, I was thinking we're going to lose games. It's unusual, yeah, right. So this team, basically because this team won a lot during many years. And that's why when that's happened, so it's for all of us, me first, oh, what's happening? Of course, we're thinking. But I think in this situation, it has to be go more direct to our principles, don't change much, less than ever. You have to be certainty to the players that doing this is going to happen. Because at the end, we had 26 shoots against Spurs. We had more expecting goals than them. We create a lot of chances. The team create few during the season. But there are departments that we are not strong enough. And that's why when we lose balls in certain positions and when the transitions we don't win that duels, on the long balls we don't win that duels, or in one against one because they are stronger than us, we have to run. We have to run backwards because our first central defenders are not there and are not still ready because they were injured. And our main player for these transitions, the player Rodri, is not there. Because we can survive because with 4 central defenders, I put Manu and John holding midfielders, right? With Ruben behind, with Nathan, with Josko. We'll be stable, we'll be strong in that box, but we don't have it. Had to play with Gundo, he's attacking midfielder, our best guy to arrive into the box. But had to play holding midfielder because the other holding midfielder is injured, it's Kova. Like it's another player can do it. And it has to be alongside to Rico to have us a lot of passes, a lot of control to do it. And when you happen, you have to adapt. And it's not because they want, it's not because they are soft, it's not because they don't want, it's not because they are lazy, because we had 26 shoots on target. And clear chances. Clear ones in front of the keeper. Vicari was exceptional. But what do you have to do? Insist. Create more. 26 not enough? More. Try to concede less. And one day we're going to win a game. We're going our mind clear. It will be Tuesday tomorrow. I hope so. If not, next Sunday. If not, next. But the desire is there to change it, and we're going to try.
Hi, Pep. You talked about after the game against Tottenham that you're struggling a little to score goals at the moment in this run of form at the moment. And of course, in the beginning of the season, Erling was scoring a lot, a lot of the goals. And now that he's not finding the target so frequently as he did in the beginning of the
No,
season.
he finds the target. Sometimes the keeper save it.
So,
No, that's true. I know what you were talking about. I would think the reason is not Erling. Without Erling, we'll be more trouble. But of course, our wingers, we have 4 or 5 wingers, so we have just one available. Of course, we lack the goals for that position, because maybe it's not his specialty, maybe because there are no wingers. The field was so productive the last seasons, but this season struggled in the beginning of the season for some niggles and injuries and everyone, and that make an influence. Of course, after Erling, you have Josko, John, Kova, our top scorers. That is not normal. So, we need more players and attacking midfielders. Kevin has been injured, 2 months. So that is the reality, and you have to adapt. Without them, you have to survive. You have to, as I said, create more chances than being there. But we are lucky that we have Erling. You know that? And every game, have 3 or 4 chances to clear. And that makes me feel this is what I want my team. Create to help him to be there. And one day we'll score. We'll score 2 or 3 like I've done since 3 years ago, right?
but does it feel like you're in this situation that you're a little too dependent on Erling scoring the goals if you are going to get goals at all in this moment?
Tell me one team with Erling should play will not be depending.
Good point.
Yeah, fair enough, I would say.
Richard?
Norway is depending from Erling to score goals or not? With Sorloth as well, I know, but yeah, okay.
Hi, Pep. You mentioned the other day that the squad had 12 players in it who are 29 or over. 5 who are 30 or over started the other day against Tottenham. Now, clearly these players have done great things for you and for the team. Does there come a point where there's a danger that the team is getting a bit too old?
No, it depends on the performance. There are players who are 30 and more than 30 and performing incredibly well. It depends on that. So there are players with 23 that perform not good. So it depends on the performance. I don't see the age. We have the reality. But I think all the teams have players with certain ages and the other one youngest. But the analysis is not, from my point of view right now, is for the fact that we are not getting results because we have the 12 players. Because few months ago, they were the same age. They won the Premier League, FA Cup final, and we lost a competition qualifying against Real Madrid, performing maybe in our best. So it's not, I would say, big difference.
So when you're sort of analysing things and you've given some of the reasons, it's...
At the end of the season, yeah. At the end of the season, during the season, I analyzed, I said, okay. We see, always depend the performance. I said before, I'm here because I'm here. But if I don't perform well, I will not be here. So here you have to... Our standards are there, you have to continue to be there. And of course you can drop. Tell me one team in the world that cannot drop a little bit after, being beyond exceptional for many, many years. I'm sorry, I wanted to defend what we have done because I know these guys. I don't want to, a few times, maybe never. I never blame one player here. I had to tell them the reality is they are not stupid. They know exactly our reality, but I'm not here to say the reason why is this or this one. There are a lot of factors, minimum factors that make an influence. I will diagnose it. I will be able to make a diagnosis that said the reason why is this reason. I would take it. I would take it immediately. But it's not about that. It's not as simple as that. So there are many, many factors. And now the most important thing is not the tactics. It's the okay, we have to win a game in terms of desire, and after what happened, everything will be. Will be better.
Just following on from what you're saying there, to win and keep winning and win as much as these players have done isn't normal. There's a lot of players that can't do that. And there'll come a point where, I'm sure you asked that, can they keep doing, do they have that desire and motivation to continually keep, pushing themselves? And I think you often say in the past that you need to see season that my players still have that. Do you sense with some of them that there is, even if it's just a tiny bit, there's been that little, they've won so much.
Now it's easy to say because we lost five games and say now we decrease. It's easy for the manager to blame, the mentality is not there and they don't want it. It's because we don't run. I don't believe in that. I don't. So I learned from my period when these kind of situations will come, don't try to make analysis. So, because we'll be wrong. Sometimes, in my experience of managing the field, I shout to the team after the game, and after that, day after, or that night, right after the game, or early morning with my coffee, I say, why you talk with the play? Why should I say that? So, relax. Sometimes you have to be more, have to be cold, you know, to see, not the performance, to see arriving time, how they care, how they are here, what they do for the team. There are many, many, many things. It's not for the we win or we lose. And that is not about, it's, I would say it's quite normal after, again, because what happened in the past make an influence in our lives, right, in the right moment. And we won a lot. In the beginning of the season, the influence can be, you know, but in the beginning of the season, we're top of the league. Still, we are second. If we start to lose games or continue to lose games again and again, we'll finish 8th or 9th in the table because it's so tight. But what will happen? We are second in the table. Of course, one team is performing incredible in terms of results, and that's why they take a gap right now. But still, we are there. But it's not about that. It's not about the results. It's not about, of course, it's at the end. But right now, it's about the performance. In the beginning of the season, it was really, really good. Except Bournemouth game, I said many times, the other games we perform well. But we are not consistent enough. We are not solid in every aspect. From my point of view, maybe I'm wrong, for the incredible amount of absence. So with just one, you can handle it too, but there's a lot in an important position. I said, now, John Stones, for example, now I can play. I can play 45 minutes. Because after 1 week, 10 days without training, you need the rhythm. And there are many aspects that they are involved in that positions. But what I said the last press conference, sooner or later should happen. Maybe I didn't expect to lose 5 in a row, but it should happen. After winning, it should happen, a little bit drop after the success that we had. It's normal. But the analysis will be in December if you have to do something, and of course in the end of the year, the season, I said, okay, what do you have done this season? What do you have to do to, of course, to be more solid next season? But these guys gave us a lot, and this guy will give us a lot. I had the feeling that this season will do very, very good things. I don't give up, and I have the feeling that it will be there. And it's happened, because the human beings can happen.
Well, lots of hands, so just one question, please. Jamie at the front.
Hi, Pep. Kevin De Bruyne, obviously, since the Champions League final you won, and he went off in that game, he has struggled with injury, hasn't he? I know you've missed him a lot. He's obviously getting close to fitness now. Can he be the factor that gets you back to winning ways because of that extra quality that he can bring to a team?
Of course, all of us. He, the first, is fighting and training more than ever. He finally come back his best. Of course, it's not 24, 25, 26 or 27 when he's our best. Now have a certain age, and now, of course, last season was 5 months out. This season play in the first game. And last game before Spurs, he came to me and said, oh, it's the first day I didn't feel anything. You know, I have pain. The first time until last 2 months. You know, and that is the point. The other point is, you are ready for 90 minutes, the rhythm that we play in that, of course we will need time. It's like season, we come back after 5 months, play 30 minutes, 45, 35 minutes, 40. Only I asked for Kevin, it was he's looking for is, I don't have pain. Pain in terms of everyone in that stage just have pain, but I can play or I can train in a good, and after that Kevin will give us something like is unique. You know, of course we need him. Will be, you know, will be no sense if I would say the opposite.
Hi, Pep. You often say, and I feel people understand why, that you can't predict if your team is going to go on another long winning run. You always say you never know if that's going to happen. But is it going to need that now from your team at some point?
To make a run of victories. No.
In the league, maybe?
No. It's just one. You have to win one.
But I mean, in order to claw back on Liverpool and sort of...
Yeah, but in the position that we're playing results. Are you thinking we're going to ready to win the Premier League?
I won't be surprised.
No. You have to win one game. And after win the next one. And learn for this one to get better. This is the mindset that we have to have. So we have to have the mindset, if we don't win, we don't win. So I want the players perform well. I want the players in certain departments more focused, more do you have to do, and step by step we come back. This too shall pass. Life is like that. When you think it's perfect, you are wrong. It's going to rain tomorrow. So, it's life.
Hi, Pep. Just back onto Kevin. He's coming in here shortly. He's out of contract in the summer. What do you see as his sort of long-term future? Do you see it being here or?
I don't know.
How long can he go on at this level, do you think?
I don't know. Kevin, I'm pretty sure, will be honest. So he want to finish here with this season or next one, being and his best. I think he will not be here when he believes, for the reason that last part, he doesn't feel I can be the Kevin I can produce and I can help the team like he has done in the last decade. He's the only player that stayed, so I'm pretty sure of that. And in this kind of situation, like David Silva was, like many cases, he will decide. He will decide for the best for him, of course, for the team, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be in the position that cannot be. I'm not saying playing every 3 days during 11 months. I'm not saying that. But when he performs, when I have to play, I'm the best Kevin as possible. And unfortunately, for the reasons just injured, could not deliver.
Obviously, 5 defeats brings with it quite a lot of questions. But do you get the impression that it would only take one performance, one win, to repair a lot of that? And particularly in this week, when you've got Liverpool at the end of it, that we could be talking on Monday in a completely different way if you win these next 2 games.
Yeah, but listen, I didn't expect, never ever. I want to be honest, never expect for the fact that we won. I want to convince the audience, the beautiful audience, or the fans, or the other ones, that we have done is what we are right to have to do. Never ever. So I knew it. When we lose, everything is in doubt. It's our business. So we have to win games. We have a big compliment. We have a good contract. The people wants to continue. It's because we win, not because we do something special. We don't win, we need to do tackles again. When we don't win, we have to change the way we approach, because they know, the people don't know the way we want to do it. And we have to win games, so it's nothing changed. We can win games in the next games, we can win, but if we perform well, not well, we're going to be down. But of course now, we have to change the dynamic. Winning games is, football is players is a sense of confidence, and the fact when you win games, what they give you is massive, and that is what you have to try to do.
Pep, in this kind of situation, when you've had a few poor results, do you find yourself talking to the players more to try and lift their mood, or do you leave it to
Sometimes. When I feel it, yes. When I don't feel it, no. Sometimes individual, yeah. Sometimes in the group, when I feel. No, I don't have a program. No.
Have you done that recently over the last couple of weeks?
No, not much. Not much. 9 years, I know them quite well, most of them. So, and some of them spoke a lot, and now it's not necessary to speak more, and some of them speak now more. So it depends. Depends what I feel. If I try someone in the corridor, okay, come here, I'm going to talk to you. It depends.
Hey, Pep. You've talked about quite a lot of big picture stuff today. What would a good season look like for you now from this point on?
For our standards, it will be a bad season. Where you come from? Tell me. Where we come from?
Me.
No, where we come from as a team. As a team. No, you don't play, Jack. Where we come from as a team. That. So always we lose. Future, we're going to lose the comparison, so we know that. But it's nice, to rebuild the confidence for the team and try to, when everybody trusts and do it. And I think we deserve it, right? Some patience. I said to the players, we deserve some patience that they lose games. Don't worry, guys. So it will not be a big mess. So you are defending a legacy, a tradition, and a success that is so difficult to handle. So that's why I relax. If we don't do it, we don't do it. It's just to try to focus in the short period of time and win the next games. So what I want is a commitment. What I want is the commitment to the players still have what you have to do. I told them many times, we will congratulate them, our team, the team that to take our crown, because they deserve it, not because we deliver them, we give them. And just one thing is not going to happen, is be ourselves and the commitment every day and every training and every game to do what you have to do. This is the only way I know.
Got time for 2 questions in Dutch. Please.
What makes Feyenoord a tough opponent for tomorrow?
And right now, is every tournament is tough for us. It doesn't matter which opponent is going to face, will be tough, because the situation is the situation. But at the same time, they have a strength, and we are going to play good to discover their weaknesses. So, but of course, the Champions League team, a traditional team, alongside PSV and Ajax Amsterdam, the best 3 teams in Holland. So, tradition football with especially quality, talent ones, and yeah.
Yeah, did you have contact with your Dutch friends, for example, Ronald Koeman? And
Sorry?
Did you have contact with your Dutch friends, Ronald Koeman or something? What kind of influences from Dutch football you bring here at Manchester, because you like the philosophy from Johan Cruyff?
You like to say that Holland created football here in England as well, right? Of course, there's an influence for Johan Cruyff, absolutely. Everybody knows it. So everybody knows it. But, you know, I would say that the success of this club belongs especially for the English football, you know, because most of this club or this team has is for the English football. The air and the earth belongs to here. And we came here to be involved in that culture. Otherwise, I will train in Holland.
Last question, please.
Yes, hello, Dutch television. Should Feyenoord be a bit worried? Because if Manchester City loses 5 in a row, which never happens, there's going to follow a response tomorrow. Should they be a bit worried?
I don't know. Have to ask his manager. So I don't know. I'm allowed to think about, of course, only with Feyenoord to know, but always I thought in this kind of periods, with defeats in a row, is to think more than ever in yourself and our principles and what you have to do. This is my feeling.
Can you share just a couple of words about Arne Slot, the work he's doing now in Liverpool, but also the work, how you followed that he did the past 3 seasons at Feyenoord in Rotterdam?
Well, it's really good. So arriving the first season in a team like Liverpool, the high expectations, I think the foundation, the team was there. But the results are there. So in Champions League, in the Premier League, it's doing magnificent. So, yeah. So they prove the quality of he has.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Same process as before, please, guys. We'll take questions in English first, followed by questions in Dutch to follow. Someone start again, Simon?
Hi, Kevin. After the defeat to Sporting, Bernardo Silva said that City were in a dark place, and you've lost 2 more games since then. Could you just sum up the mood in the dressing room? Because clearly this is completely different to anything as a group that you've experienced before.
Dark, I wouldn't say dark. I would say it's been a bit chaotic, you know, before, I would say. I've seen so many people pass around the medical area, like sports science, you know, who's playing, who's not playing. There's been people who shouldn't be playing, but they did anyway, even with an injury. So I would say these games with Sporting, Brighton and Bournemouth was a bit all over the place. I would say before the Tottenham game seemed pretty much all right to me, you know. Obviously then we had the defeat. So we just had yesterday what was a bit quiet, but then for the rest I didn't see too much change. But of course everybody's a bit down about, you know, the 5 losses, but you know, you have to take it and move on.
Ben.
Kevin, can I ask about yourself? We ask about you to your manager a lot through the season. Obviously, you really had struggles with injury, particularly since that Champions League final you won. How are you feeling now, and will we see the best version of you again this season, do you think?
Well, obviously, last year was last year. I came back the second season. I think I did fine. I played a lot of games. I did what I needed to do, and we won. Well, I lost one game last year in the FA Cup final, so I think it was all right. I think when I came back, I felt really, really good. The first 5 games that I played. And then I had a little thing against Brentford, what I thought wasn't really good, and in the end it ended up being way worse than I wanted to be. Well, I don't know what it's called in English. In my language, it's called pubalgie. So basically, there's not a lot to see, but I couldn't kick a ball. So, I can do a lot of stuff, but I wasn't able to move freely or do what I needed to do to play. So, I wanted to, but I couldn't. And in international break, I moved a bit around, see some people, and I'm starting to feel better now. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, it's been a frustrating one. But, I'm starting to feel better, so I'm happy about that.
Are you someone who watches well from the sidelines? Have you been able to sort of support the team while you've not been playing, or has it been more frustrating seeing them not able to win because you've not been able to contribute?
Well, I think it's a bit of both. I think it can help them, but in the end you can only do so much from the side, and it's frustrating because I know if I was feeling good I could help the team, but I wasn't able to do that. Even I know I was kind of training, but there's only so much you can control on the side, so it's not a nice feeling. But they had to do it, and they tried. So that's is the job that's going, and they're fine.
Hi Kevin, it's the same kind of thing about being on the sidelines, but while you've been watching the games and involved with the players too, what's your analysis of what's been happening on the pitch? Obviously, the injuries have had a huge knock-on effect of the team, but what are the problems that have been caused on the pitch? Guardiola's talked about the team not being strong or stable. What's happening?
Yeah, it seems like we're not really dealing with the moments when it goes bad in a game. I would say there's been moments also in the Tottenham game where I think like we're doing really well. We're creating the chances, but I think the main issue at the moment is the both boxes. We're conceding too easily, and we're not scoring the goals that we should score, and and then I think in this run of form we let ourselves a little bit down, seem a bit, I don't know, not really soft, but a little bit, where we lose it a little bit, because I don't feel that we played a bad game at the weekend, but it ends up being 4-0, and you have to accept that you're not doing something good what you did in the past, and you have to try to resolve this issue as quick as possible.
I know both boxes is a very handy way to put it, because obviously if you're not scoring and you're conceding, but is it not what's in the middle? Pep picked players to keep the ball and to win it back, but at the moment they're struggling to win it back, and then they've got to run, and then the defence, like you say, people playing with injuries, they're not fully fit, they're exposed, and then that's where the goals are coming from.
Yeah, but I think in the end, if you really look at it, you have 5 chances against Tottenham, and you concede 4. If you get 5 chances in a game against a team as Tottenham, that's not really that bad. But then if you...
They were huge chances though, weren't they?
Yeah, that's what I mean. When they get the chance, it's huge. It's almost basically 2 tap-ins, with the one for Maddison and Brennan Johnson. And then I know in the way that we play, you also have to accept that there's going to be more opportunities for other teams to have a counter, because you can't do high pressing and not leave space behind. We know that, and at the moment we are not dealing with this in a good way. It's always going to happen. We're always going to give a chance away, because this is the way that we play, and we have to accept that. But now we are giving that away way too many times, and also when they are coming in front of our goal, it's basically a goal. So we have to try and resolve that as quick as possible.
Kevin, just on your own future, obviously you're out of contract in the summer. I think you've said to us in this room before that you're the sort of player that, you know, wants to keep playing at the highest sort of level. What do you see sort of happening? Can you see yourself staying at the club, or realistically, do you think this is going to be your last season at City?
I honestly don't know. Obviously, when I started the season, I know things would happen and talks would happen, but then I unfortunately had that thing against Brentford. So I've put basically everything to the side. I was hoping to be out for a couple of days, and it ended up being 8-9 weeks. So also for the moment, I'd rather still get better to that first and see how I am, and you know, the rest will come. I'm not really too obsessed with things right now. I know people will ask me questions about this, but there's not a lot I can say. There's not been a lot of talks, so you know, I'm fine, I'm happy. I just want to play good football again, and the future we'll see. I can understand that, but that's based on, you know, what I've done in the past and being here such a long time. So you know, questions will come, but you know, I can only give you the answers that I'm giving you right now, because there's nothing really more to talk about. You know, talks will come. If no talks come, then it's my last year. So I don't know. I'm trying to be honest, and you know, people can say or write about it. Yeah, I can't affect that. You know, I just want to play good football, and we'll see what the future holds.
Hi, Kevin. Have the club not instigated talks yet? Are they leaving it up to you to approach them and make your own decision with it?
No, I had a conversation already, but in the summer. But then, obviously, like I said, I had the injury, so I didn't really. I was not in the right frame of mind to speak about that at the time. You know, I really want to be good and be back where I need to be on the pitch and be myself again. And then, you know, there's no rush also. You know, so I don't feel uncomfortable in my situation. I just want to play football, and you know, I'm not really worried.
Can you just ask about the few weeks that you were training but weren't included in the squads recently? Can you just talk us through what training was like for you in that period of time, if you felt that you weren't able to?
I basically trained everything, but I wasn't. I don't know. I don't know if people understand pubalgia or what it is. It's basically your lower abdomen and everything with the nerves around. Was creating pain in my groins, so I couldn't really shoot. So every time I would shoot the ball, I would get really pain. So I was trying to find methods to get better, to get my power back, but it took a long time to get better, and actually it only got better on Friday. I don't know why. The first 4 days wasn't really better, and then on Friday it got better. Can't explain it. I don't know why. And now the last few days it's been better. So I'm hoping to get that, you know, still going upwards. And yeah, that's it.
Hi, Kevin. I completely hear what you're saying about your future. You just want to play it and see where that takes you. When it comes to the time, well, the fact that Pep Guardiola is sort of signed on for another 2 years, will that be a factor in your thinking, the fact that this great manager will still be here and all the rest of it?
Well, it could be. It could help, because I know what the future holds, and I understand. I don't have to speak to Pep about what's happening in the future. You know, if it would be a new coach, obviously you need to have a conversation with these people, because you don't know what they want with you. Maybe even I would have a conversation if I want to speak about my future with Pep, because I don't know what he thinks, and maybe he changes his mind and tell Kevin, thank you, time to leave. But there's more an understanding of what is happening. You know, I know how he works, how he works with the team, how he works with the players, so that's nothing new to me.
And just with regard to your game, the way you play football, your style, you still feel that the very top level you can go on, I don't know, 2-3 years? How much longer do you realistically think?
I've no idea. I can only go based on what I feel, and I think when I came back in the season, I felt good. I felt I could make a difference at this level. I can make a difference for this team, and as long as I feel that, that's a good indicator that I can still play at the top level. So that's for me the only assurance that I need. But I have no idea how long that's going to stay.
Kevin, this is your 10th season, I think, at the club. You're in the obviously very well respected in the senior leadership group. Do you see as part of your role within that squad now to go in and talk to people, to your teammates during these bad runs? And if so, have you done that in the last couple of weeks?
I don't think my role changes anyway. I've been with that group for 7-8 years now already. So I was young when I started. I'm older now. Some people like to speak or want advice. Other people don't really want advice. I don't feel like this team needs a lot of team talks. Probably we have about 2 really, crisis meeting a year. So even last year or the year before, there's always been a point in time where we speak to the team and some people want to say or what the expectations are, or what we need to do or change. That's, I think, normal. So whenever we have a great season, that happens also. So, we already had a conversation, but that was already way before. So I don't think at this moment in time we need another one. I think people know what is happening at the moment, and you also have to accept that you lose 5 times in a row. It can happen, even. It's not happened to us in a long time, and people are good, accept the challenge and move on.
Hello, Kevin. You speak for a player that has 170 assists with Manchester City, and you speak of your injury, but this time for you, like mentally, how frustrating has it been not being able to do what you best do, perform and do those assists and be a factor, be a difference in the pitch? How difficult has been all this time with injury? Thank you.
I think personally for me this has been the most frustrating one, because last year when I had the hamstring, I know I'm going to be out for 5-6 months. That's fine. But now it was, I don't know, when it happened after Inter, I was basically testing myself to be able to play for the weekend, and I wasn't able. So I don't know how long it would take me to get better, and in the end it's taken me a very long time. So it's really frustrating to not know when you're coming back and why you're getting pain, because like I said, the scans were not really that bad, but there's obviously been something that's not right, and you have to deal with. So I'm pleased I'm getting better, but I still need to get better, and I'm doing a lot of stuff to do that. So when I'm back on the pitch, I'm happy, and I'm happy that against Tottenham I could see a difference than the last 2 games I came in. So that's for me the positive.
Hi Kevin van de NOS, Nederlandse televisie. We kennen jou een beetje van België. Als het daar tegen zit of het gaat de verkeerde kant op, dan zeg je wel waar het op staat. Hoe doe je dat bij Manchester City? Als je 5 keer op rij verliest, pak je die rol dan ook op? En hoe werkt dat sowieso in een kleedkamer bij een club die alles heeft gewonnen, als het een keer zo tegen zit als nu?
I can say this in Dutch, no? Ja, oké. Ik blijf hetzelfde. Ik ga niet veranderen. Het feit dat ik mijn mening geef is het feit dat ik ermee in zit met de ploegen die ik speel. Dus in België doe ik dat en hier doe ik dat ook. Ik geef mijn eerlijke mening over bepaalde situaties. Maar ik denk je moet ook het perspectief bekijken van natuurlijk de hele situatie. Ik weet dat 5 verliesmatchen ziet er natuurlijk niet goed uit, maar ik versta ook de situatie die we een beetje zijn doorgegaan de laatste 3 weken. Voor de international break, met alle spelers die eigenlijk niet konden spelen, maar toch gespeeld hebben. Dus je moet ook appreciëren de situatie dat je soms de hand krijgt. Wil ook niet zeggen dat dat een excuus is, want het moet beter als ploeg. Maar uiteindelijk er zijn dingen die op dit moment net niet goed genoeg zijn en dat een klein beetje verschil kan misschien de situatie omdraaien voor de volgende weken. Maar ik maak me niet zozeer druk op dit moment met de manier hoe de ploeg speelt en hoe de jongens zich gedragen. Want uiteindelijk hebben sommige mensen meer gedaan wat ze eigenlijk konden doen. Dus appreciatie daarvoor. Maar uiteindelijk, zoals ik zeg, moet het beter.
En moet Feyenoord zich wel een beetje zorgen maken? Want jullie zijn nog steeds dermate goed dat als je een paar keer op rij verliest, dat er altijd wel een keer een reactie gaat volgen.
Ja, uiteindelijk zijn we nog niet echt veel met Feyenoord kunnen bezig zijn. Want gisteren was een recoverydag na de match. Dus dat gaat allemaal deze middag gebeuren. En morgen, natuurlijk met het programma dat we nu hebben, is het heel moeilijk om je voorbereiden op alle ploegen. Maar we zullen deze middag een training hebben. Er zal misschien tactisch iets gedaan worden. Er wordt sowieso gepraat over de ploeg. En het is aan ons om een reactie te geven morgen. Ja, en hopelijk kunnen we dat ook doen.
Kevin, ESPN. Onze analist die ook morgen in het stadion zit is Mario Been. Hij liet jou ooit debuteren in de Champions League. Wat weet je nog van die tijd en heeft hij jou veel geleerd?
Natuurlijk heeft hij me veel geleerd. Ik was nog redelijk jong toen ik met hem gespeeld had. En ik denk, in het begin kwam hij een beetje in een moeilijke situatie. Omdat de manier dat de vorige trainer vertrokken was, hals over kop, was denk ik niet makkelijk. En ik denk dat we een beetje moesten aanpassen aan de manier van spelen. Want we hadden natuurlijk een andere speelstijl. Maar ik denk, het goede ding is, als je jong bent, kan je veel andere dingen oppikken. En natuurlijk denk ik dat de Nederlandse school een beetje meer aan te pas kwam. En meer voetballend spelen en aanvallend. En ik herinner me veel matchen waar hoge scores waren. Dus hebben we offensief heel veel geleerd bij hem. En natuurlijk heeft hij progressief beter kunnen laten worden als een speler. En het jaar daarna ben ik vertrokken en ja, heb ik een carrière gemaakt. Dus dat was zeker positief.
Dankjewel.
Thank you everyone.
Ja, dat vind ik ook wel.